Hi guys, it's Lana here, and today I am going to be showing you guys a fairly quick and fairly simple, from my point of view, a fairly easy hairstyle that you can wear to New Year's, that you can just rock all season long really, because it's really popular right now. It's definitely a trend that I've seen bursting into the forefront from Instagram. I've seen lots of different takes on it. It often uses braids, twists, and usually it has a kind of messy appearance. Some people are doing it really seamlessly, so it does look natural, but a lot of people, more high fashion, are doing it in such a way that it does look like extensions. So I'm not sure what take we're going to do with this. I actually haven't done this before, but I know that I can do it, and I'm pretty sure you guys can do it as well. With that being said, this is going to be a chatty hairstyle tutorial, and we're just going to move straight on into it. So the reason I wanted to make this chatty first of all is because I do have a few things that I want to talk to you guys about, as it's the end of the year. It's the end of the decade. I've done many things with my life in this decade has been crazy. Like the decade before this, I was literally a child. I didn't do anything except grow up, and then in this decade is literally where I've just done everything. Like it's almost as like looking back on your whole life. Like in this past decade, I did my GCSEs, I did my A-levels, I got a degree, I started my channel, I had my first boyfriend, I moved out from home, I went abroad for the first time, I ate pesto for the first time. So yeah, I'm looking back on a lot of things. Let's get started. So the first thing, you're gonna need your hair, and my hair has been, you know, obviously stretched out of its natural style. My hair is curly, I'd say like 3B type pattern. So a lot of you guys watching have got a similar natural hair type to me, but don't worry, you guys can still follow along with this tutorial exactly the same. It's just what you're gonna need to do is just brush your hair out. That's all, just brush your hair out. You don't need to do anything else, just brush it out and you will be able to achieve the same sort of look that I'm going for today. So really simple, once you've brushed your hair out, then tie your hair into a ponytail, and it can be high, low, side, off center, whatever you want. I'm gonna do a high middle ponytail. Think Ariana Grande-esque. I think Normani did this too. You're gonna want to make sure that you do actually bring all of your hair up and back, because if you don't brush your hair out at this stage, you are gonna give yourself tangles right at the back of your head. You know that kind of bird's nest type tangles that you get at the back of your head when you have your hair up in a bun, in a ponytail? That's usually because it hasn't all been brushed back into the same direction, and it all just sort of you just chuck it all back in a big old mess. Like, what do you think's gonna happen when you just throw all of that hair back? It's gonna get tangled up. It's easier when your hair's stretched out, to be fair. But you guys at this stage should have brushed all of your hair out, so you shouldn't be having too much problems. Too much trouble? Too much problems? My grammar is awful because so many of my friends speak English as a second language, and quite often I help them with their grammar patterns and stuff. And sometimes I can't be bothered, and sometimes I just start talking like how they talk. And my grammar has suffered, I think. You're going to want to start thinking about adding some taming polish. You could do this after you've got a hair tie in it, but I personally think that it works best if you do this before you tie it up, so you can sort of just let go like this and it stays in place. You don't have to worry. I mean, if you have a hair type like me, it's going to stay in place. If your hair is super silky or something like that, then it might just all fall back down. So this is the Mark Hill taming polish. I love this stuff. I do work with Mark Hill. I'm a Mark Hill ambassador, but don't let that, don't let that taint your perception of what this is like, because I get approached by so many hair care brands and beauty brands and lifestyle, like so many, and I only pick the ones that I actually want to work with. I try out these products before I show them to you guys. There's never any sort of obligation with Mark Hill. They don't say talk about the taming polish, it's just send me products. Some of them I use, some of them I don't. This taming polish just happens to be one that I use. But yeah, like I was saying, this decade has been a lot of things for me. I just kind of started doing a little bit of reflection, and I started to think about my channel and where I want to take my channel as we enter the next decade, and do I want to be a YouTuber forever? And honestly, people used to ask me that, and I used to think, why not? Because people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, they need tutorials for things. They want to watch somebody that they can relate to as well, especially because it's not as if I'm suddenly going to be 40 in this time, you know, it's not like I'm 40 in this time where maybe 40-year-olds don't really watch YouTube that much. Like, I'm gonna be growing up with everybody else in this generation, and I feel like in this generation that I'm in, even though people are gonna be busy with, you know, their families and that kind of thing, we're still gonna be people who are very much engaged with technology. So just because we aged up, like, you know, like, does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm still gonna be watching online tutorials, maybe not on YouTube, but you know, I'm still gonna be wanting to learn things when I'm 40, 50. You know, that was my thinking, like, why can't I? But now I'm thinking, but do I want to? Is that something I want to do? And to be honest, it's the best job I've ever had, so I can't say like, why not? Why I wouldn't want to do that. But at the same time, like, I don't know, there's always this kind of sense when people do YouTube, there's always this sense, but shouldn't it lead somewhere? Shouldn't you be doing something else? Isn't this just like a bridge between you and your next career? That's that kind of stigma that I've sort of grown with YouTube. And lots of people who don't understand it would say that you can't do it forever. But I know people who have left really high paying jobs, like 6-figure jobs as lawyers, journalists, and they've quit that to become a full-time YouTuber. So what's the use in telling a YouTuber, but what are you going to do next? When are you going to get a real job? When there's people with real jobs who are quitting that to be YouTubers instead. So, you know, that kind of doesn't make sense to me either, but at the same time, it always weighs on my mind just because people are always asking stuff like that. And I don't know what the next thing would be. I started my business and I would love for that to grow. But the key thing is, like, I never want to become someone, I never want to be, especially in 2019, I'm talking about right now, I don't want to be that kind of influencer. Like, I hate the word influencer. Like, I appreciate the fact that the things I teach you and the things I tell you and the recommendations that I give you and the products I talk about, I recognize the fact that that may very well influence your decisions. But my priority is not to influence your buying. Like, that's never why I started YouTube. I was never like, I want to influence people on what they can buy and like what they can and can't. Like, that's not what I want to do. I just kind of wanted to share what I know. I guess because I have a younger sister and stuff, and I've always shown her like what to do, and I've always picked things up quickly, and I've always just wanted to show people what I can do and what they can do. I don't know, I've just always been like that, and that's why I started my channel. It was never to influence your buying habits. Like, that's crazy. So I find it really weird these days when people come to me and ask, how can I become an influencer? And I'm like, is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? And actually, I saw a video from Stormzy. Stormzy went to a school in London. He went to the primary school that he went to when he was a kid. And somebody asked him, how did you become a celebrity? Or, I want to be a celebrity, how did you do it? And he said, your aim should never be to become a celebrity. Your aim should be to do what you love. And by doing what you love, you'll become a celebrity. And I was thinking, you know, that's a similar thing for like an influencer. And you know what? It does bother me that brands will be, they want to call YouTubers and everything, they want to call them everything but a celebrity. And if you think, what is a celebrity apart from a person who is popular and is celebrated? A person who is celebrated for their talents, their beauty, their contributions. Somebody who is celebrated in society. That's what a celebrity is. So you have a YouTube with millions of followers, all of this, all of that. Why are they not a celebrity? They have all these people who are celebrating them. This is somebody, a person who is celebrated. You know, brands don't want to call them that. Brands will be like celebrities and influencers. And like, what? And then that kind of makes a distinction. It's like, what, so a celebrity is not an influencer, even though a celebrity is definitely influential? Like, what are you saying? Like, what, does that make sense? So yeah, anyway, I hate that word, but I can see a difference. I can see a difference in the type of creators. I'll call them creators because these are people who are creating online content, whether it be modeling in the content, or modeling and shooting the content, modeling, shooting and scripting the content, modeling, shooting and scripting and editing the content, whatever it is that they're doing, they are a content creator and they're posting that content on social media. So there are many different types of creator, and I never wanted to be that type of creator who literally just takes a picture, sticks it on the gram, gets likes, done. Doesn't give a damn about anybody. Nobody really gives a damn about me. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I want to do. And so I found myself this year getting into this kind of state where I was trying to figure out how to get my engagement back on Instagram, because I did notice it kind of dropping, and I noticed that I wasn't getting as much traction, like my followers weren't growing as fast, and I was kind of looking at other people like, well, what does this person do? How does this person get likes? And I saw, you know, sometimes people, they don't really have to do very much. They just post a picture with copy and pasted caption, or just an emoji caption, or or the caption is literally just the link and the discount code to whatever it is they're wearing, and it gets a ton of likes and all of this. And then I thought, apart from me looking at this just to see what gets likes, do I actually like it? Do I actually like this content? And I was like, do you know what? I don't actually like it, and I unfollowed people. There was someone today, and I think I originally followed her because she had really nice hair. That's it. I followed her because she had really nice hair, but I never saw her post a tutorial for her hair. I never saw her talk about what products she used or how she styled it. She just had nice hair, but I was never going to learn anything from her because she would never talk about it. And the only things that her captions ever were was literally just ad, Fashion Nova, ad, Fashion Nova, ad, Fashion Nova. And I was like, okay, why am I following this person? What value are they adding to my life? None. Except to make me feel bad. I don't want to be that type of influencer who's literally just posting Fashion Nova ads of all things. Thieves of creativity, fast fashion demons. Like, that's not what I wanted to be. I am followed. I want to be really wary of that. Like, I want to be, if I'm going to be an influencer, if people are going to call me an influencer, I want to be an influencer that I would look up to and that I would like. So for 2020, we're not doing fast fashion ads. I worked with Misguided last March. And I remember being really happy, like, oh yay, Misguided wants to work with me. And that was kind of before I knew too much about fast fashion and sustainable clothing and that kind of thing. I guess I didn't really know a lot about it because I was happy, oh yeah, Misguided wants to work with me, they're really popular and like that's really cool. And now I'm like, no, damn. Also because Misguided stole my designs. Like, yeah, I don't want to be working for fast fashion brands because it doesn't align with my beliefs. I want to live a sustainable life. I mean, I would never have promoted things that were bad for the environment. A lot of the time when brands would approach me, I would look at, would I have bought this if it wasn't given to me for free, and if I wasn't being asked to promote this, would I buy this? Like, even though I might like it and I might be like, okay, this is a good product. Yeah, okay, this turns out to be a good product. But even though it's a good product, am I gonna buy it again? Is it good for the environment? If it's good for the environment, that's a massive plus for me. I probably am gonna promote it because I just love things that are good for the environment, especially if it could be like seen as a swap. Like, you're already using this one thing, well, you could use this thing, and this thing's good for the environment and that thing's not. And also just to continue down this path of like showing you my skincare routine, showing you what's working for me, because I'm someone with oily combination skin, and if I can show you what works for me, then great. If I can show you a hairstyle that I'm liking, then great. If I can show you how to grow your hair, because that has always been like a staple kind of type of content on my channel, then great. Anyway, let's move on with the hairstyle. And also something that I've been really big into lately is like well-being, physical well-being, mental well-being, pep talks, TED talks, I don't even like podcasts, I guess, on just how to get what you want in life, how to deal with certain situations better, how to recognize behaviors in yourself and other people, and all that kind of stuff, like a lot of like psych stuff. And I'd really like to talk more about that. Okay, you just really want to get your hair as smooth as possible. You see I've got a bump here. That's gonna bug me if I can't get that out. I'm gonna do mine pretty high up because that's what I want today. For some reason I chose this hair tie that's basically broken. Like, so your hair is tied. And then, because what I'm doing today is a twist. I'm not doing a braid. We're gonna call it a two-strand twist, maybe. So the way that you do a two-strand twist is to twist your hair in opposite directions like this. Oh my gosh, you can't see. I'm getting too high up. Split your hair in half and then start twisting in opposite directions like that. And then you can start to wrap it around like this. But because we want this to be like a giant braid, we don't want it to just be that long. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some braiding hair. So as you can see here, I've got braiding hair. Voila! Very long. This stuff is like 84 inches long because when you fold it in half, it becomes 42 inches long, bigger than my screen. So we don't need all of it, but what we will do is we're gonna feed it in. We're not gonna chuck it all in at once because, you know, like I said, some people didn't make this look natural, they didn't seem to care, and some people can make it look natural, and I think if you can, then why not? If you can, then do. The best motto in life. So we're going to take some of it and we're going to put it close to the top so that it will blend easily. Put this behind like that. Then we can put this here. You can see I've got my two pieces of hair right here, and then that way we can start twisting. And you see it's just going to blend in with the rest of our hair. Hopefully you won't even be able to tell it's there. Okay, so I'm going to go sideways just because it's easier. And when we get to about here, because my natural hair is going to start thinning out at this point. You don't want to be able to see that the hair is thinning out, so you're going to want to add another piece in so that no one can ever tell that it was going to thin out there. That's the goal, that's the aim. So we add the rest of the hair in here and we just twist it in. You see, you can't even tell that that was starting to thin out. And we just keep going, and watch out for the bottoms because these will get tangled up because it's so long. Okay, then just keep going. If you wanted to add more here, then you could, but I'm happy to just now we can start letting it thin out because now my hair's done. My hair ended about here. I know you guys say all the time that my hair's long, but it's really only gonna come to about there, and then we're just gonna finish up twisting. I have to go to the shop soon. I wonder what people are gonna say when I wear this out to the shops. I'm gonna keep going. Now that is a really long, and it was so easy, didn't it? Like after I stopped rambling, wasn't that quick? That was real quick. And then when you feel as though you can't twist anymore, then you can tie it off and you'll just have this long AF pony. I guess you could try and wear it to a different side, but I think because I've done it to the side, it's just gonna stay there. That's fine by me. I'm not trying to swing it around. I'm not trying to kill nobody. So I'm just gonna tame my flyaways with this little flyaway taming wand. Do you guys remember when I first started making videos? Actually, most of you weren't here, but well, obviously when I first started making videos, none of you were here. There are no subscribers. But I never used to lay my edges. I made a whole bunch of hairstyle tutorials where I didn't lay my edges because honestly it wasn't a thing. Oh, how this decade has changed things. Also at the start of this decade, I would have been so embarrassed about my sideburns. And people tried to shame me for it as well. People were like, no offense, but you should shave your face because you have a hairy face and it makes you look manly. Like I had comments like that. I was like, do you know what? One time for the hairy girls, huh? And edges make my forehead look smaller. So with your hair like this, you can go out to the club. You can whip your hair back and forth. You can whip the haters out the way. You can whip these boys out the way. This is a weapon. This is self-defense that you can actually get into the club without hiding it in your clothes. It's our secret weapon, okay? If security catch wind of the sort of damage you could do with this braid, they won't let you take it inside the venue. So keep it a secret, okay? This braid is very heavy, so I do notice that it's kind of pulling one side down. So I'm just gonna add some clips just to kind of keep this as sleek as I can. But yeah, that's the look. It was super easy. I hope you guys agree. Also, if you guys want me to talk about any topics in particular, like I'm here for talking. Like I love talking. You guys know that I love talking. I just want to finish the decade with a bang. I wanted to talk to you guys, but I also wanted to be helpful, so I'm showing you guys this, but I thought this video would be super short, so I thought, you know, let me just chuck some talking in there as well. If you guys do just want the super short speed through version of this video, you guys can see that on Instagram. On YouTube, we're here for the long form content. We're here for a sit down. We're here for a chat. And if you guys do just want to see a quick bam 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 tutorial, get me on Instagram. Or better yet, get me on TikTok. I'm new to TikTok. Let's just keep the energy that I started at the start of this decade with, being helpful, being useful, being some sort of positive influence on your life, having value. That's what I want. I just want to add value to your life. That's all I've ever been about. It's never been about being famous, being influent. Like, no, I just want to add some sort of value to your life. I love learning and I just love sharing what I've learned. So that's what I'm all about. And if I can do that as a job, then amazing. So that's the energy that we're taking with us into 2020, into the roaring 20s, the next decade. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs it up if you did. Sometime before New Year, I'm going to be back with some tips for New Year's Eve with you guys. I'm going to be talking about my favorites a lot. I'm just trying to, you know, finish this decade with a bang. I can't believe it's the end of the decade still. But if you guys don't want to miss that, then please thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification. I haven't been like kind of pushing this too hard on you guys lately because I used to find it cringy, but honestly, if you guys want to see my content and you guys don't want to miss it, hit the notification bell. I know it seems like you don't have to, because I think YouTube kind of plays this game where it's if you watched a few videos, it's going to show you my videos anyway, even if you're not subscribed. The thing is, it makes a big difference to me, because in order for me to keep doing this as my job, I need to have the subscribers, I need to have the numbers, and it kind of sucks, but you know, all it takes is for you guys just to click the button, and it makes a huge difference in my life, and it means that I can keep doing this. It means I can keep doing what I love. I'd be really grateful if you guys could do that. And that's the end of this video, which was a really weird video to film, but I'm happy and feel like it's going to be a good one. So yeah, have a nice day. Bye.